You're announcing today some $650 million will be sent out to these bushfire affected communities. How will that be carved up?
Yeah, look, the first piece was about relief, getting money into people's pockets and into some of those communities' pockets to try and just get them through the here and now. And what we try to do is get out and listen and understand what does recovery then look like when we move from relief to recovery. And we've always said we wanted this to be a local-led recovery, not a Canberra-led. And the other principle was that it had to be building back better. And the best people to make that determination are the communities themselves. So the large tranche of this, just under $450 million of this, will go into local economic recovery plans where we're empowering the community to come together and tell us what it looks like to rebuild and reshape their communities, to build them back stronger. And there was also an investment, nearly of $150 million into the environment to rebuild those landscapes. This is in addition to the $50 million we put out in emergency funding to the environment. But there's also around telecommunications, which we believe in some areas let us down during the emergency. So building those key infrastructure pieces back even better is important. And the other major tranche in my mind is the mental health. As you just said, we've gone from drought to bushfire, now COVID, and there's a fragility out there that we need to understand. And we're putting over $13 million into our primary health network so that they can work with communities about tailoring what a mental health package will look like in each of those communities, because each one of them are different and each one are at a different stage through the healing process. And so we just need to work with them and make sure it's tailored, because obviously they've seen all this come at them in the last 12 months, and it just looks as though the world's bearing down on them, but it isn't. The Australian taxpayers there with them. We as the federal government and the state governments are there working as quickly as we can to support them, but making sure we don't make decisions from Canberra or Sydney or Melbourne, but make them on the ground where people are hurting the most, but understand the most.
Well, I mean, Minister, time is not your friend as well. I mean, after everything's been said and done, we've had, last year's bushfire emergencies, we've had COVID-19, we're getting into winter now. Summer, the next bushfire season's not that far away. So do you feel like there is an urgency to get this money out there and get these programs up and running ASAP?
Oh, and look, we'll have over $1 billion that have gone out of Australian taxpayers' hands into the pockets of those people that have been impacted by the 30th of June. The program that the federal government administers, the only one that we administer, was around the immediate relief of $1,000 per adult and $400 per child. That was on average in people's pockets within 40 minutes of ringing Centrelink. The rest of the programs we run through the state. They're long-standing arrangements with the states about delivering it. Some states have identified that there has been road blockages. They've come back to us and we've quickly changed whatever they have asked for to get this money out the door. We are saying to the states, we've got to keep the foot on the accelerator. We're not blaming them for what's happening. We're saying we're going to support you even more. In fact, we're putting on 20-odd extra staff in the Bushfire Recovery Agency to get out in the ground and to help people. So this isn't about blame. This is about understanding and getting on with the job. And we want to make sure that all this money gets out. The Australian taxpayer expects it to get out as quickly as possible, but to have over $1 billion of the $2 billion out by 30th of June is still something we're reasonably happy with, but we can always do better.